Hey, Tubies. It's Psychic Bob. It is so good to be back with you. I tell you guys, I have certainly missed being here and doing videos. And all of you have been so wonderful, been writing me, said, Psychic Bob, we're worried, everything okay. Psychic Bob's okay. I'm back. My computer was sabotaged, tried to get it repaired. That didn't work. Ended up getting a new computer. Anyways, how you like the new camera, huh? I think things look pretty good on this. Anyways, I want to say thank you for your patience and your support. Psychic Bob hates being away from all of you. Well, even though I've been away, I've still been getting a lot of letters, requests for readings. A lot of you have been wonderful, been coming on Instagram. And, I got some interesting letters recently that I thought, well, we really need to talk about this subject. And a lot of you are very interested in my UFO series. And I thought, that we're going to definitely continue that. And in the mix of all the letters, somebody said, well, Psychic Bob, can you tell us about the Bermuda Triangle? I've heard that that's connected with UFOs. Is that true? That's a wonderful question. Well, first of all, let's define where the Bermuda Triangle is. Now, here on my phone, you can see here's a picture of the Bermuda Triangle. Now, unfortunately, it looks like things are reversed on my camera. I'm still learning how to fix this, so we'll get the mirror imaging fixed. But basically, that's Florida, that's Puerto Rico, and that's Bermuda. And this area in the eastern seaboard of the United States, off the eastern seaboard, is where the Bermuda Triangle is. Now, this area has been really a hot spot for hundreds of years, and it seems that many ships who have entered into this area have encountered technical difficulties. Many reports, even going back to like the 16 and 1700s, say that when ships would enter this area, a strange mist would form around them. They would lose their way. It's almost as if like they couldn't even see the water or the sky, and it would induce vertigo. And in our modern day, many of the modern ship captains have also experienced the exact same phenomena. Also, pilots have experienced this, and many pilots report that when they fly in this area, all of their equipment on their planes goes away, and they can't see. A mist surrounds them, and they're literally blinded, and they just disappear off the radar. What's interesting is many people are speculating that in this area there is a strange sort of magnetic sphere, a magnetic resonance of some sort, and I would have to agree with that. Now, you're going to say, well, what is generating that? Well, let me tell you. It's no coincidence there's a triangle shape here, because really we've got a few different things going on. One of the things is in this area previously, thousands and thousands of years ago, there was a continent. It was the continent of Atlantis. And as many of you know, Atlantis sunk. But what's interesting is the people who were the surviving remnant of Atlantis went to Egypt and founded the ancient Egyptian civilization. And that's where we get the wonderful pyramids from. Now, before the Egyptian pyramids, in this area where there was Atlantis, the Atlanteans built pyramids. Now, their pyramids were actually connected to stargates and portals. And in fact, it is believed that the Atlanteans did have contact with extraterrestrials. I have channeled the spirit guide Edgar Casey. He has told me personally that the Atlanteans were in touch with the Palladians and that there are pyramids. Now, I have recently found out that explorers have discovered under the water in this area a giant pyramid exists, and it has a capstone that is solid crystal that glows. And in fact, many people are now going out in the ocean on boats at night, and they say that on a good clear night you can look into the depths of water and actually see the capstone of the pyramid glowing. And scientists are basically ignoring this. They say it's not real, but many people are now following this and exploring it. Now, long before this discovery, many of the spirit guides that were channeling through mediums in the early part of the 20th century were already talking about this. So it's interesting that it's been found. Now, what this pyramid is, though, it is the remnants of what was a stargate. I do believe that the aliens are using interdimensional travel, kind of like wormholes and holes in the space-time fabric, to travel vast distances. And this was known to the ancient Atlanteans as well as the ancient Egyptians. And so what we've got here is a situation where when the continent collapsed, that stargate, that portal, never got properly sealed. And we have really kind of an open dimensional portal in this area. Now, what is also very interesting is there is a lot of UFO activity spotted in this area as well, which I believe is just a confirmation that the portal is still there and is still open. So if you want to say, well, you know, what's going on in the Bermuda Triangle? Well, it is a mystery. But I'll tell you as a psychic, I have picked up messages that there is a doorway there. And I do believe that there is a pyramid under the water that is still, in a sense, generating power. And, you know, a lot of scientists said that the ancient Egyptian pyramids were tombs. But now they're starting to discover that the pyramids of Egypt may have a temple, you know, connection or a spiritual element to them other than a tomb. I believe that pyramids, many of them, harness a vibration that can be used in a lot of ways. And I believe in the case of a Bermuda Triangle, the pyramids in that area were used as portals for aliens to come to the earth. So I do think, you know, as we go through the next 2 years here, we're going to see a lot more activity in the Bermuda Triangle. And I would encourage you guys, you know, get a map, study this. Oh, just not turned it off here. See if I can get this on. Here it is. Get a map, study this area, keep an eye on the sightings. You'll see that the UFO activity has increased and it's going to continue to increase. And you know, as I've said, in the next few years, all of this is going to come out. But remember that you heard it here at Spirit Channel first. And so let's watch the Bermuda Triangle. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's not the sign of the end of the world. But it does mean that the truth is starting to come out. And I do think, as I said, in the coming years, we're going to see more and more activity out of that area. And, you know, Edgar Cayce predicted that eventually the continent of Atlantis would resurface. So if there is some sort of seismic activity, who knows, that could generate a release of some sort of kind of explosion of the sea or raise a landmass or even a pyramid. So this is an area we really want to keep an eye on. And I'm very excited to get confirmation of a lot of things I've believed. And more people, as I said, are starting to realize this. So keep an eye on the Bermuda Triangle. And I hope you guys will research that and see what's there for you, okay? Anyways, so thank you for writing great questions. Hope that answers it. Bermuda Triangle, a doorway to the alien worlds. That's what it's about. Blessings to you all. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming in the coming days. Thanks.